Hey guys, Pete from Crunch Time Coaching. One of the most famous tips ever in tennis is to scratch your back on the serve. Don't follow this tip. It is a serve killer. It's a momentum killer. It's a power killer. You will not become a great server if you follow the scratch your back tennis tip on the serve. So I'm going to show you why the scratch your back tip is so bad and what you need to be doing instead. I'm going to give you a great exercise that's going to be a game changer for you. And if that sounds good, you're going to love this video, because then at the end of this video, I'm going to give you an entire serve course for free. 33 free videos so that you know everything there is serving A to Z in tennis. Let's get started. Okay, so let's talk about why the scratch your back tip, first of all, exists, what will it help you with, but why is it such a growth killer? Why is it such a serve killer as far as power, generating lots of spin and consistency? What's wrong with the idea of scratching your back? You might have noticed I'm in different clothes right now because I actually shot this before and the sun was glaring. So anyway, let's get into this. So the scratch your back tip, what is the scratch your back tip? It's when you come here and the instructor basically says scratch your back and then serve. Okay, first of all, that's going to promote, usually in the beginning when you have a frying pan grip, an instructor will teach you to scratch your back and then serve. This makes it easy to start figuring out how to get the ball in play and gives a little more power than just staying here and powder puffing it in. But why it really hurts, so I mean, it has its purpose. If you are a beginner and an instructor, maybe it's a beginner group and the instructor's like, well, I don't have the time, they're not going to really invest in their game to where they're going to learn a continental grip, which is super hard and frustrating for a lot of people in the beginning, and teach them all this advanced stuff. I just want to get them playing, so I'm going to teach them, hey, if you scratch your back and then you go forward and you hit, you can put the ball in play and you can actually hit the ball fairly hard there. But if you're somebody who wants to progress as a tennis player, this scratch your back starts to become a hitch, because then lots of people try and actually do a full serve motion, but then they still scratch their back and stop their serve and then they go. And if you watch the pros when they play, they're always in a flow. They don't stop back here. They might hesitate here or hold down here, but once they start to come right behind their head here, that racket's going through. It's flowing through. And so really, to do this right, you want to have your continental grip, and you want to have a serve that doesn't scratch the back. It's just going right through the tennis ball. Okay, you just want a serve that's going right through the ball. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to teach you how you can avoid this scratch the back tip, and we're going to replace it with something I call follow the thumbnail. All right, and it's going to help you have more of an advanced serve, and it's going to help your game go up several levels, just not be stuck at one. So if you've been doing this scratch your back tip for years and you want to develop a nice flowing serve, let's get into it. Here we go. This is a great exercise. I want you to follow the thumbnail. That's the exercise. Follow the thumbnail. It's one thing that this hit me one day while I was teaching, like, advanced players, you can see your thumbnail until it's time to hit the ball if you're doing it right. So you got to have the continental grip. When I get into the continental grip, guess what I see? I see my thumbnail looking right back at me in the continental grip. Right? If I'm not in the continental grip, if I'm in the frying pan grip, and all of a sudden the thumbnail is on the other side. See, now you see my thumbnail, I can't see it. I go to the continental grip, now you can't see my thumbnail and I get to see it. That's huge. And then as I go into my serve motion and I come here and I get into what I like to call the secret power source right here, striking position, I see my thumbnail. And then what I do is I start to come back like I'm going to 2 Minute Tennis, part of our Tennis Con, great instructor, Ryan from 2 Minute Tennis, right? You can knock the party hat off your head. There's been some other great tips as far as pretend that you're brushing your hair back here. Whatever works for you, what you're gonna notice is that you can see your thumbnail as you're doing this. The thumbnail is in sight, it's not going away. If you pull your thumbnail away in this position, now all of a sudden you go into, guess what? The waiter tray, the frying pan, the pizza move, whatever you want to call it. That's what happens when you take your thumbnail away from here. But if you can see it, and then even as you're coming out here, even as you're doing in that lasso move, you see that lasso move developing? And I'm coming by my ear, guess what? I still can see the thumbnail. The thumbnail is there until the very last frame. That's why if you watch professional servers serve, you're seeing the edge of the racket. This part of the racket looks like it's about to hit the tennis ball, and then all of a sudden the strings actually hit the ball. So an exercise that I want you to do is to just do shadow strokes. I had a kid come out the other day. His serve improved so much in 2 weeks, and I said, how did you improve? What have you been doing? I showed him this drill. He's like, I've been doing tons of shadow strokes. And all of a sudden it's working on the court. Another amazing thing, if you go to see King Richard, guess what? The girls only played for 3.5 months. The one who played Venus didn't hit the ball off the serve for over 2 months. They just learned the shadow stroke. So what I want you to do is just shadow stroke, taking a look at your thumbnail, watching your thumbnail, and then as I come to here, as I come to this part, I'll get on my knees. As I come here, now I start to push the thumbnail away, out that way, that's your pronation, and then I hook it around. So try this on the court. I call this a 3x drill. It's a 3-to-1 ratio where I want you to do 3 shadow strokes, looking at your thumbnail the whole way. 1, and around. Literally looking at it. Have your head go back. I show people this drill, they're still looking ahead like this because they're so used to looking at the court, or they're looking up. No, watch the thumbnail travel. 2, it goes away and then in. Then I'm going to do 1 more. 3. So I've done my 3, and I'm going to see if I could do it right on the 4th. And then hit. Okay, we'll do 1 more. And then hit. So practice that drill, okay? Practice the follow the thumbnail drill, and you'll start to advance as a tennis player. Ditch the scratch the back tip, replace it with follow the thumbnail. You're on your way to becoming a better tennis player. And what I want to do for you right now is even get you to another level on your serve, because I'm going to give you a free serve course. Now I'm not just talking about giving you 3 videos. I'm talking about giving you 33 free videos serving A to Z. Why am I doing this? Because I want you to get to know me as a tennis coach, love the instruction, and then want to follow me on my coaching journey and your tennis journey and dive deeper on some other things that we do. We do lots of challenges, lots of 7-day challenges, which I want you to take advantage of when we start doing it, because then I can also look at your game and coach you. You'll find out how we do that later. But just start with this free serving A to Z course. If you like this video, like it up, because when you like it up, my buddy B2, my best friend in the world, B2, is going to give you 100 free B2 kisses. If you subscribe, it's unlimited kisses. So consider subscribing. You don't want to miss my next video. This is Pete from Crunch Time Coaching. Make sure you go up here, get your free course. In the description, will be there. We'll see you guys. Let's get to that next level. Let's get to that next level in our game. Can't wait to help you on my next video.